Welcome to the next episode of A Journey Towards Continuous Delivery, a Harrington Starr Technology Consulting series. Today we have Ihab Rufail of Harrington Starr Technology Consulting, who's going to be talking to us about episode 3, which is all about the marriage of Agile and DevOps. So Ihab, maybe you should tell us a little bit more.
Thank you, Nadia, and thanks for having me back again. So last two episodes, so the first one we gave an overview of continuous delivery, and the last one I believe was Gav on the importance of Agile testing. So the subject of today for episode 3 is that marriage between Agile and DevOps. The Agile delivery process builds on the foundations of discipline, approach, how to go about doing things, but with that sort of vision. Whereas DevOps adds that sort of extra aspect of the beautiful marriage that makes continuous delivery possible. A successful marriage is one that builds on the strengths of both sides, Agile and DevOps, and they have a common vision, and that's what they need to focus on. Without it, you won't get continuous delivery.
So where are the areas where Agile and DevOps make, as you say, sweet music?
Oh, you picked up on that. So I think there are 3 main areas in which Agile and DevOps can create a good marriage of and producing continuous delivery. Those 3 areas we're going to look into now. Area 1 would be collaboration with other end users of the system. Point 2 would be delivering value early and often. And point 3 would be detecting defects early in the life cycle. So with point 1, collaboration with other end users of the system, it's one of the key tenets of Agile. It focuses on user involvement, on making sure that the business are defining the highest value and delivering the highest value items that are delivering what's important to the business. It stresses on working code being the only measure of success, and that helps users to see and to see the value early and to get an idea of its usefulness. In Scrum, for example, your upcoming sprint features are defined by the business product owner, who's also had a discussion with the users or is the user themselves, and that's what leads us to that aspect. Point 2, delivering value early and often. The other area where I believe there's a very strong marriage between Agile and DevOps practices producing good continuous delivery. So Agile's drive is to break down a piece of work into small deliverable elements of value. And that needs the discipline of not only of Agile practices such as Scrum or Kanban, but also a set of, it could lead to DevOps and should have DevOps setting up things early. Can I promote code and have my unit tests and my automated testing run into the next environment? And if they pass, then I'll promote the code with it. So it's about setting up that environment as early as possible in the life cycle, maybe even setting up these scriptable environments using products such as Chef, Puppet, and Ansible. In maybe Sprint 0 of a Scrum, getting Git and or your code repository of choice linking to, let's say, Jira, and then linking those stories so that when you move a story from in progress to done, it takes the code that's needed to the next environment along production-like environment, runs all the tests. If everything passes, keeps it there. If there's a failure, it regresses it out. So then item 3 is defects are detected early in the cycle, and that's a key tenet, a key common vision between Agile and DevOps. You try to detect defects early. Agile focuses on test-driven development, automated testing, what's needed for certain scenarios. It promotes behavior-driven development and the idea that your production-like environments are scripted, is supported by DevOps practices. So again, it's only with those strong DevOps practices that you can provide an environment where you can detect defects early, test-driven development. So if DevOps hadn't set up, for example, that pipeline, that deployment pipeline, you won't get the benefits of it. And only with that discipline of test-driven development or even acceptance-driven development, which Agile encourages, by the way, will you be able to have the benefits of both worlds producing good continuous delivery.
Well, thank you, Ehab. That was a very detailed run through of the 3 steps. I'm sure people listening will find that very helpful. Perhaps you could tell us what we're going to talk about in episode 4.
Okay, episode 4 will be short like this one, and it will be done by Gav. Gav will look into how to set up that delivery pipeline and the benefits it gives.
Great.
Thank you very
Great.
much.
Well,
Nadia,
I'll
for
look
having
forward
me.
to hearing that next week. Thank you very much for joining us in Harrington Star Technical Consulting. We're very excited to produce this series, and please join us again next week for Gav's episode. Thank you.
Thank you.